Hello, everybody, and welcome. We're doing something very different today where me and my friends, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Corbin.
Yo, I'm Malachi.
All right. And today we'll be having a hypothetical comedic conversation, and I'm not going to stall this any longer. Let's just jump right into this.
All right, so I
Woo!
was I was watching this Twilight Zone. They were discussing at a table, could you change events that happened in the past? Because how would that even be possible? Because if you're in the past already, if someone had time travel, wouldn't they already be there to change the past?
Mm-hmm.
So
Ooh,
they were
I like
talking
that.
about that. So I'm thinking,
And
is that probable or
Like,
whatever?
if you're just would you just be like in the past trying to change the past while your other self is trying to change the
Right.
past, and you're just like the Spider-Man meme, like you're both
yeah, it's a
pointing at each other?
paradox, bro.
Yeah, paradox. It's
And
like this other paradox
what
about
are the rules of this time travel? Like,
right,
if you like meet yourself, are you like dead? Like, are you gonna ruin
right.
the universe and like
Or
the
we could just
time?
like what Hulk said.
Oh yeah,
If you travel to the past,
it's just
what
like
did you
there's
say?
just infinite paths of you
Yeah,
trying to change everything. So by just one choice, you make like just you're making one choice, but in an infinite timelines, you're making that one single same choice,
yeah.
creating in infinite times infinite more timelines, basically.
I
There's
feel like
another.
time travel
Yeah,
could be like if you instead of actually going back in the past, because what if you like end up killing somebody like your dad or something like that
exactly.
before
Yeah,
you were
yeah, yeah,
even born?
yeah.
So like I don't think you'd be able to travel in the past and change things and then end up I think you just go to like a different paradox or a different universe to where you can live out your life in a different way you did, but yet that same place that you came from, like the current timeline, just keeps going on without you. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
interesting because
yeah.
like there's so many different like rules of like time travel. Back to the Future, Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
way more that I can't think of right now. Even Dragon Ball did it, which oh, if those are the rules. I don't want to time travel ever. Twilight Zone,
Yeah.
as you just said,
Twilight Zone
Corbin.
has two different types, like several different
Oh,
time travel. And the one I watched, he goes back in time on the night President Lincoln is assassinated. And he tries to tell everybody that he's gonna get killed, and nobody believes him, obviously. And then the past doesn't
yeah,
really
But like
change.
you going back in the past and trying to change it will actually end up
Yeah.
determining like stapling it down, making it. Because I was watching like a funny like skit of a guy tried to save his friend who died from an unusual aspirin attack,
Huh.
and he said he was allergic to bees. And so he went back into the past and gave him aspirin, and he died that way.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, "Oh, that makes sense."
yeah.
That's
Like, what if
funny.
by trying to save something from the past, you're
You
the
cause
reason
it,
that
right?
that past
Mhm.
happens? What if
There's
Yeah,
another, yeah. That's
like
like
your
another
pure
Twilight Zone.
existence right now is because of something that you're about to do in the future that you
Right,
did in the past type of
right.
thing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
so crazy.
insane.
It's such a crazy discussion. Like we
Because you
need to
don't
have like a
know that
whole
you did
like
it until you actually
exactly
go and do it. Like,
Yeah.
exactly.
that's the Twilight Zone, another Twilight Zone I saw. This guy tries to
But like
prevent.
yeah, the
Sorry.
one thing that's funny is like how come you never remember that? Because it happened in the
Yeah,
past.
it
Because he
Like
happens
hadn't,
so.
right,
like
because he
if you're
hasn't
going
actually done it yet. It's a paradox. That's weird.
yeah, that's true. Because like say like you went back in time and like stopped like your picture frame from cracking and falling on the ground like an earthquake or something.
Yeah.
But like
Hmm.
what if by going back in time you're like either time travel like your machine or like whatever method you got back, you like flew into the picture and then cracked it yourself
Yeah.
kind of thing. But the earthquake never happened, of course, but you
Right.
broke the thing, of course. It's not the earthquake's fault anymore. So
Yeah.
then would you go back in time to stop yourself from going back in time? Or
Oh
like what would
gosh.
you do?
Endless.
It's
Yeah,
so
time
it's so
travel is
crazy.
so confusing.
People think
It's like
it's so easy. Like when you go in the if you go in the future or the past, you're just like, let's stick to the rules of don't talk to your future self, don't talk to your past self. It's like, what's that gonna do?
Right. Oh man, I knew Corbin had heat coming.
It's like the other Twilight Zone. He goes back in time to try to stop a fire at a children's school, and
oh no.
he's so sad about it. And he tries to tell everyone to get away from the fire. And he chases this horse cart around, knocks off a lantern, and sets the fire.
Why are you running with like a horse?
He tried to
What?
chase. He was chasing this guy, and then he ended up setting the fire himself.
Oh
And he goes in the
gosh.
future and he's like, I set the fire.
Oh gosh. Whew. What a
So
crazy discussion.
maybe just make it a little simpler. Could you actually change events in the past?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
I just don't understand because you would have to have the memory of going back in time. But
Yeah,
going
because
back in
like that
time is its own event, so that's different.
exactly. Because like that's the one thing like that always confuses me is like and obviously assuming you know I like DC, so I watched a lot of those cartoons as a kid. And one of them, Justice League Unlimited, there was an episode where okay, so Justice League Unlimited is like part of like a kind of a DC animated universe. Like it's a bunch of series consisting of like Batman the Animated Series, Superman, Justice League Unlimited, and Batman Beyond, and a couple others. But they're not. But those others aren't quite as connected as those 4 or 5 that I just mentioned. And so that Justice League Unlimited episode is where they travel in the future to like Batman Beyond timeline, which takes place in like the far future of like a different Batman because Bruce Wayne's all crippled and he can't work anymore. And the Bruce Wayne Batman of present day mentioned that he never remembered going in time. So it's like, but both Bruce Waynes still existed. But
Oh
the
my
future
gosh.
but the future Bruce Wayne didn't remember going back in time and time traveling because they also went to the West and then they went to the far future.
Oh
So
my
it's like,
gosh.
Confusion.
so yeah, like how do you time travel but not remember it, but then only remember it afterwards because it literally just happened like 2 seconds
Yeah.
ago?
That's so.
It's so
Ah.
trippy.
Yeah, time
Bothers
travel
me
is one of
so
those things
hard.
where like the human brain just can't comprehend and process it. Like
Unless you go
just
and do it.
right,
Yeah.
like for example, the just the concept of nothing or endless. Like you know how like heaven and hell are eternal and they're endless, they don't end. We can't process an endless thing, you know, like that's we
Exactly.
just can't do it.
I always think about it like whenever like we sing songs like an eternity won't be enough kind of thing. Like how long is an eternity type of thing.
I
It's
know.
just forever.
It's kind of crazy. It makes me kind of like appreciate like any story done with time travel and their own rules. Although like they have tons of plot holes and probably like maybe the movie isn't even that good or the story isn't even that good. I gotta just applaud them for like being able to just come up with all that and all those intricacies. Like it's just crazy. Like here we are.
Yeah.
We've probably talked for at least
Yeah.
like 10 minutes and we're all like I don't know how many of us have already screamed because our heads are hurting and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, jeez.
Future.
What is the present? All right, so my hypothetical. It's a little less hard. It's more kind of funny.
Yeah.
But so, okay. What if you could gain muscle like super easy? Like working out isn't hard, but you gain muscle just as easily, so you feel no pain, but it's only on one side of your body.
Oh.
So like,
Oh
do you
my
want a
gosh.
really do you want like a really strong left, top, right, or bottom half of your body? And like, if it's
Oh,
going
that's
down,
actually good.
thanks.
I don't know, man. I feel like having a stronger lower half would be more practical.
Yeah.
But then, like, you're just like, I don't know. You built like Squidward
Yeah.
eating a bunch of Krabby Patties. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but you just have like monster
Yeah,
calves
bro.
and monster thighs and just like walking
Yeah.
around with like slender top half, like noodle arms and
Good
no
luck
neck.
somewhere else.
Yeah. But like just imagine like what if like your body was like cut into between like slender or fat and muscle.
I
Oh,
think
man.
it's
Like how would you carry yourself?
Oh man, I don't know. I think I would probably do the top half because it would balance out eventually if you just stopped at a point.
Oh yeah, because you'd be
That's
working
true.
out
Because you'd be working out your
working out
legs
your
all the
bottom
time. Yeah.
just by walking.
Unless if you're too big on your top
Oh,
half,
yeah.
you just break
Yeah.
your legs every time you try to walk.
Like yeah, how big are we talking? Are we talking like 200 pounds of muscle?
like the great eagle.
Oh yeah.
I think that is smart though, like to start off a little top heavy, but enough to where
Yeah.
your legs can manage, and then just like work out your legs.
Yeah, like we could
Just
be
by
like
walking around.
yeah, like we could be speaking reasonable buff. Like you just kind of go to the gym every now and then just to stay in shape. Like you're toned,
Yeah.
but you're not buff kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like
That's
it
right,
is kind of
buddy.
like
People, they are gonna
Oh,
want to
dude.
see me with my shirt off.
yeah, it is. I did technically say like you have to work out to get this. So like you just have to kind of be careful like how much you work out type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering about my own hypothetical. Like you could do like 2 push-ups and then get hecka toned. Like your arms are like shredded almost.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
but then like cool it down for like the rest of the day, and then just like work out your legs by like walking at like 2 speed on a treadmill or something.
So by your definition, 2 push-ups you get hecatone. So everyday like labor you would get really strong from. So like
Yeah,
how would your
yeah.
body know which
Oh yeah,
is
true.
trying to work out and which it's not trying to work out, you know?
Yeah, because like if
Oh,
you choose
man.
the bottom half, like every time you just crouch down,
Yeah.
you're like getting heck of muscle from
Yeah,
that.
because I ride my bike a lot. So
Oh
if
yeah,
I choose my
like
lower half, I will not be able to control it.
yeah, choose that top half, man. If you just ride your bike a lot, then that'll counterbalance because
Oh,
you have to
gosh.
stand and balance yourself.
Right.
But like you're gonna need a big like monster truck wheel bike because you're gonna be like just like 100 pounds of just straight muscle on the top and
Ew.
nothing else.
So
I
gross.
take back my my previous statement. I'm gonna do upper half now.
Man, that's hard. If I had to, I don't know what I would do.
Like
I
just
definitely
all-
wouldn't do like one of the left side and one of the right. That's just
Ugh.
weird.
What if like all of your like body that you could possibly work out is just buff? So like you got like like just a half of a really well sculpted chin
Ew.
and like one half of like a really buff vein bulging neck. But like
Basically,
the
Oh my
other half
ew.
gosh.
is like with your head and like your body just be like a composited mess
Yeah.
and like walking around like a titan.
In logical, like medical terms, though, I think you'd just die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but this is hypothetical, so
Hypothetical, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Not
That's the
really.
name of the podcast.
yeah. Oh yeah, what should we call it? Like I thought of like hypo convos. I don't know. What should we call it?
Hypochondriac.
Hypo
I'm feeling the
convos.
first one more.
All right.
Yeah, first one.
Welcome to the first episode of Hypo Convos.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Since I'm a bit of a weeb, we got an
Oh
anime
shoot!
question.
Yeah, let's go.
Yay.
So Corbin, you've never seen Hunter x Hunter, right?
No, I think I saw a part
Well,
of
we're
it,
calling
yeah.
it Hunter X Hunter.
Oh yeah, he's a norm. So you know we gotta
Shoot.
tone it down for him.
I've shown him some parts.
In Hunter x
Alright.
Hunter, there is a power system called Nen,
Oh,
and
shoot.
basically there are here. Let me just make sure I'm right, and I don't want to mess anything up and get slandered. There are 6 abilities in the Nen power system. There's enhancement, which is basically you can strengthen yourself or other objects with your aura. There's transmutation, which you can change the quality of aura to match something else. For example, you could turn your aura into a fire-like substance or lightning. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyways,
Haha, that's me.
conjuration, which is you can create anything out of aura. Not anything to where it's like you can create a sword that can cut through anything, but you can create human objects that are in the world.
Okay.
Specialization, we'll get into that later. Manipulation, controlling, and animating an inanimate object. So you can just control other things or other people. And then there's emission, which is you can detach your aura from your body. So you can shoot it out like a projectile or stuff like that.
I'm just glad you didn't mention devil fruits.
Oh, no. We're
Oh.
not doing that. We're not
Gosh.
doing that.
Oh,
Yeah, specialists, they can do anything. They can
It
break the
doesn't-
rules.
they're like all of
That's
them
weird.
combined, basically.
Yeah,
Dang.
specialists are the unknown, so they can do anything. So we're not going to count
Dang.
that.
Yeah,
So
they're-
my
they're-
first question is, which Nen type category would you fall into? Would you fall into personally?
Alright, let's see here.
Because in the show you're born with it, but we'll let it slide for now. We'll let it slide and let you get to pick what you want.
Oh man, the manipulator. If you can control objects or living things, does that mean you can regenerate them as well? Like if there is a dead elk on the side of the road, would you be able to heal it like that?
Depends on your. Well, you can't heal it because that would in order you to be an enhancer. That's an enhancer type ability.
But that's just
So-
strengthens and I reinforces natural abilities.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah. If now you can probably control the duck as a dead corpse and probably like be a puppeteer, but once the
Yeah.
duck is once the strings are cut, then it's useless because it's dead.
Right.
That's what I love about Nen. You can create so much with it.
Could
Different
be an
type.
enhancer then.
Yeah, same.
Enhancer, because if you enhance something
All right,
enough,
Dylan.
it gets drastic.
Mm.
Interesting thought and idea. Like it's just so cool.
Yeah, Hisoka's also a transmuter.
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause,
By the
but-
way, did you know that?
バンジーガムはガムとゴム両方の性質を合わせ持つ
Yes, I
I'll
was
let you
just
know.
about to say that.
Okay,
Hold
so
on,
Landon to be a transmuter.
Yep.
Me and Corbin to be enhancers.
All
Since
right.
Corbin started it off, the second part of my question is, what would your nan ability be? Vaguely, you don't have to think too deep into it.
That's hard. There's so many.
I know.
I think I would actually enhance intelligence.
You would enhance
Cool.
like your
Yeah,
like brain speed and stuff like that.
all that. Yeah.
That's like a smart.
Would you be able to enhance other people's intelligence?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Because I didn't remember. I'm not super like keen on the rules because there's a lot, and it's been a little while since I saw the show last.
Right. That's actually really smart though, because if you can enhance your brain speed, that means that like the what are they called, like electromagnetic waves or stuff like that gets like neurons sent to your brain.
Yeah.
Because that's what pain is. It's like a neuron getting sent to your brain, telling you that something's there. So if you can like enhance your brain speed, bro, you'd be able to do so much. Yeah.
What if you could like, because of that, like your brain is so aware of everything going on. Like, what if you could like use that to like sense other things? Like, you could also have like a spider sense or like a sense of danger.
Right. It's pretty much spider sense.
Like, yeah, that's really cool. And plus, you're smart too. That's just that's like that's like so many powers just in one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's smart, man.
Landon, what about you, sir?
I don't even know what to say now. That was just too good. So I'd probably do something like, and I'd probably like call it airbending. Like if this was real, I'd probably like call it airbending just to reference that thing too. Like,
little do they know.
Yeah.
You're using aura.
So yeah, I'd probably pick like, I would pick the transmutation of like air because you can use that with so many things, and I'd definitely call the nan ability airbending as a reference to that. Because like you can use airbending and air like just to manipulate so many different things too. Like you can use it to pick things up off the ground or like move air around things. Like you could use air to move it around water and make the water float or do other things like that. I don't think you'd be able to like
CPR without touching.
Yeah, or CPR. Like you could just like throw your hand at somebody and just be like
yeah, air is all around us, so you can do a lot with air.
Yeah. Obviously you wouldn't still be able to like do like non-physical like elemental stuff. Like you wouldn't be able to move lightning with air because it's just a bolt of energy.
Yeah.
So like that's probably like the one thing, but it's like unless you live in like the rainforest or like somewhere where there's like a lot of lightning. I don't even know if there's like a lot of lightning in the rainforest. That's like
Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia's got a lot of.
You can't like you're not gonna like bend the lightning and like destroy somebody. And it's not gonna come when you need it too.
No.
Like if you have airbending, you could literally you could force choke somebody. Like you could just take all the air out of them at once,
suffocate them,
and just instantly destroy them. I'd probably make that my nan restriction though, to be honest.
That's
restrictions are for the people who actually watch Hunter x Hunter. So Corbin, you gotta watch it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's glue.